Do I prefer the old Bastion? Yes. Will he ever come back? No. I give Bastion 2.0 a score of 0 grapes out of 2 bananas. Okay, bye! Alrighty, now that the TikTok kids already left, we can now peacefully start this video. So, Bastion. This is Bastion. This is not Bastion. From a definition standpoint, Bastion is a thing that strongly maintains certain principles. I honestly don't know what that means, as English is still a language full of mysteries to me. So I'll just assume Bastion means this. And I have a very strong feeling that our current Bastion is a filthy imposter. I prefer the older design because it gave our robot friend his outstanding personality shown through his gameplay. Now we might as well call him Jason or Freak Seeker 2000, since now everything can become the new Bastion. Look guys, it's Bastion 3.0 and his friend Bastion Jr. I must agree, it was boring to play against him because it's like trying to get past through a literal fortress. A team fortress, if you will. So, today we will dissect him into a few parts and put him back together like a Lego set to not only have a lot of fun, but also discuss what is great and bad about his current state. Get yourself comfy, because I guarantee this video is worth your time. Now I will shamelessly put this image called Why You Know Sub to Me PNG and make you stare at it for a few seconds. I'm not suggesting anything or asking you to do something, just keep staring. Okay, enough. Welcome to the Bastion Review! Story. This cinematic is ripped straight from Disney Studio. The wonderful location, the simple and cute story, and on top of that we get some very dramatic scenes. Like, oh my gosh, just take a look! My man Thirsty over here, this is so sad, you guys. We can also admire some very unusual landscapes. There, can you see it? It's a rare sight to behold, a Reinhardt main. This short animation shows us that this bunch of metal and wires is actually a Disney princess. Communicating with animals and stunning looks are just the beginning of this character arc. Overall, I immediately fell in love with our robotic friend after watching this short video for the very first time. So I think that's a success on behalf of Blizzard. Like, come on, how can you not like this guy? Bonus points for making him do only bleeps and croaks, as any character that doesn't have annoying one-liners is an automatic W for me.
It's called a marathon, but once I do it, they'll call it a trace-a-thon. Yeah!
The only character that achieves the same is Wrecking Ball. Go ahead and try to fight me in the comments, but I will warn you, your efforts are futile against me. Design! Before I get lost too quickly and get on all fours to suck off Bastion even more, just take a look at this animation from Black Ops 3. If Bastion could do that with his gun arm, that would be sick. Anyways, Bastion on first glance looks like a very typical robot. Like, yeah, he has a gun for his hand and this huge minigun on his back, but how can this be practical? Oh, wait a second, he's a goddamn transformer! And not just any boring transformer like Boo Boo Bee, because Bastion has more than just 2 configurations. He has 4. The robot, the car, the tank, and the artillery. Just kidding, Blizzard came in clutch and removed one of them for the sake of the other. Now, instead of a cute yet badass tank, we have a moron that decides it's a better idea to try to shoot down God from the sky instead of targeting the real threat right in front of him. Bastion is also equipped with a handy grenade that can be used either to damage the enemies or to do a cute little jump. You can also try to impersonate Pharah for a second and land a Giga Chad double grenade jump to feel like the best player in the world for a second, just to get shot down immediately after landing. And that's it. You can clearly tell this is peak character design. Gameplay. You know the tools, now let's see how to use them. So, when you are in the default form, you can launch your grenade, but mainly you will try to shoot people. You can also use your transformation ability to become a slow but very heavy hitting machine. And in this form, you want to focus on puking those grenades I mentioned before and shooting people. Lastly, when your Q is ready, use it in the correct moment when you are safe and not busy shooting people. If you activate it, it is very vital to find where the enemies are and shoot them. You might get an impression that Bastion is a very stale and boring character because he can't throw his grenades while he's in the artillery form, but actually, he's really fun to play. You can argue that he is the only hero in the game that doesn't have a range problem. He's super good or at least decent in every scenario. Long range? default form has the precise and heavy-hitting bullets to poke out the targets. Medium is self-explanatory, and close range is basically a suicide if you try to win a 1v1 against a sentry form Bastion. As I said in the previous segment, he has some very small mobility tools to help himself get some sneaky or simply cool looking plays. On top of that, the grenades are capable of bouncing from walls, giving them some 200 IQ moments, and some very stylish nade spots that your enemies wouldn't expect. It also allows Bastion to play safe or aggressive at will. If you don't want to pick a corner, you can bounce an explosive without even showing your toe. If you see you are getting dived, a nade at your feet not only does some decent damage, but also grants you some very useful knockback, so you can create distance. Overall, Bastion is a very adaptive hero, and there is no singular way to play him that is considered the only proper way. You can choose to be the main damage output and the anchor of your team by supporting your shield tanks. You can be a flanker who will always surprise enemies from unexpected angles with huge amounts of damage. You can also be an area deny tool because your existence simply makes the territory around you very dangerous to pass by, so denying choke points or covering enemy flanks is also a great playstyle. Conclusion! I love non-human characters. Breaking out of the bubble of human form opens infinite possibilities to what your character is capable of. It's also a free ticket to make the kit make more sense and give it a more fitting look. I cannot imagine someone trying to fit Bastion into a simple human character. Not only would I have to deal with annoying corny voice lines, but also the weapon would probably do everything for the character. So if the main point of your kit is mechanical transformation, then why not make the entire character mechanical? The cinematic proves you can have a story-rich personality without slapping in human emotions or any tears. The mega versatile gameplay is something that makes me feel very safe and confident when picking this hero. I know I can be useful by pumping raw damage, I know I can do every possible job assigned, and I know that I still miss the tank form. Blizzard, please give me the tank back, I beg you. If you enjoyed this video, then make sure to comment down below what hero would you like me to review next, and if you don't want to miss out on any more awesome content like this one, then I highly recommend subscribing. Now, enjoy the outro music and have a nice day. Bye bye!